systems of equations using a calculator. Okay? So first of all, let's look at our system. What do you notice about that column right there? What do you notice about it? It's all X's, right? What do you notice about that column right there? It's all Y's. What about that column right there? All Z's. That column right there? All equal signs. And then all constants, right? Those are all constants. So if we want what we're going to try to do here in a second to work, have any chance of working, these are always X's, these are always Y's, these are always Z's, then the equal sign, then the constant. Okay? So some real quick side work, not related to this problem at all. If it says 2z minus 5y equals 3x minus 8, what do I have to do? I have to get the x back on this side. Just any random place. So I just write 3x on this side. Okay, if your answer is sure, then you're going to fail. What do I need to do to get this to this side of the equal sign? Subtract 3x, subtract 3x. Negative 3x plus 2z. Okay, minus 5y. Now plus 2z equals negative 8. Everybody understand? Except what if that wasn't there? What do I do for the z? I put a 0. I have to have a something z. So I have a 0z. Okay? Everybody clear on that? Okay, so back to the problem at hand. Back to this problem right here. Okay? The first thing we have to do, first of all, we're going to write the problem, whatever problem number this is, 27,000. Okay? We're going to write the problem number. We write the problem. Got it? After we write the problem, we need to write what's called an augmented matrix. Okay? Let me show you what the augmented matrix looks like for this problem. First of all, do you know what a matrix is? A matrix is a rectangular array of numbers. It's just a way to set up numbers in a rectangular arrangement. Fair enough? Okay. 1, 1, negative 1, 4. 3, 2, 4, 17. Negative 1, 5, 1, 8. Yes? Where did I come up with that? It's the coefficients, right? So sometimes we called it an augmented matrix because that's what it's called. Okay. Without this dotted line, this is called a coefficient matrix. We have to look at the coefficients. Okay. Being very, very careful to keep the sign with the correct coefficient. Okay, so far? Then I grab my calculator. First things first, turn it on. You like that step? Okay, good. All right, I'm going to turn it on. Now, I go to home. No, menu. Everybody see matrix? Everybody see reduced row echelon form? Trust me on this one, I'll explain it in just a second. Choose reduced row echelon form. Then it says RREF. Guess what that stands for? Reduced row echelon form. Okay? You see where the cursor is? Where's the cursor? It's in the parentheses, right? Menu. Matrix. This time we're going to create. What are we going to create? A matrix. Looking at this problem right here, how many rows does it have? 3 rows. So delete and then put 3. Then tab. How many columns does it have? 4 columns. Delete. Put 4. Okay. 1 tab. 1 tab. -1, tab, 4, tab. Oh, no, wait. There's a problem, though, right? Because this one doesn't have a dotted line right here. Oh, that's okay, though. We know it's there in our brains, right? Okay. 3, tab, 2, tab, 4, tab, 17, tab, -1, 5, 1, 8. Before you hit enter, go back and check. 1, 1, -1, 4, 3, 2, 4, 17, -1, 5, 1, 8. It takes way less time to go back and check than it does to enter it again. And then we press enter. So the matrix that it told us looks like this. 1, 0, 0, 3, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1, 1. And remember, we have that dotted line right there, our augmented matrix. Okay? So, something important for you to notice. A diagonal of 1s. If you have a diagonal of 1s, we're not going to write this down, but I want you to think about it. And if I transferred it back into equation form, remember we went from equation form to augmented matrix to reduced row echelon matrix. If we transferred it back into equation form, what does this say? 1x plus 0y plus 0z equals 3. So isn't that saying x equals 3? 0x plus 1y plus 0z equals 2. So that's saying y equals 2. 0x plus 0y plus 1z equals 1. So that's saying enter. So what's my answer? Done. Now, you have to be careful. If you're really trying to find this solution, this diagonal must be 1s. If it's not, something's up. Okay? There's some problems on your homework tonight where this is not a diagonal of 1s. So here's what you have to know. What if this was a 1 and this was a 1 and this was a 0, but this one was still 1? It's saying 0x plus 0y plus 0z equals 1? Is that possible? No.
No solution.
That's no solution. But there's another possibility. If this was a 0, and this was a 0, and this was a 0, and this was a 0, if the whole bottom row is zeros, what's the other possibility? There's either one solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions. Okay? In that case, it's going to be like 1, 1, 3, and 1 here, and a 1 here, and a 2. So it's saying Z can really be anything it wants. That means there's infinitely many solutions, isn't there? Yeah? So you have to focus. When you first get this answer in reduced row echelon form, what does that mean, by the way? I told you a minute ago, I'd tell you what it means. Reduced row echelon form means you have a diagonal of 1s. So this column is your answers. That's reduced row echelon form. Okay? If this diagonal is not 1s, you have to be careful. If the bottom row is all zeros except for a number right here, that is no solution. If the bottom row is all zeros, infinitely many solutions. Okay? So, when you write your homework tonight, you're going to write the problem number, you're going to write the problem. You're going to write your augmented matrix, you're going to write your answer matrix, and you're going to write your answer. Is that clear? Any questions about that? Okay? Please be careful. The last 2 or 3 problems are word problems, and that's a little foreshadowing for tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay? What do you mean, what's tomorrow? I just told you what tomorrow was. I was foreshadowing. Don't you know what foreshadowing means? Oh, no.
Number 4 has a shadow on it?
It does not have anything to do with the number 4 having a shadow. Okay? All right, are there any questions? Sir?
How many of those like weird like things are there on this page?
A couple. There's a couple.